Alright guys, I've had the Breitling Avenger GMT 43mm for a few months now, a couple months at least, and this isn't my watch. It's Breitling's watch. I'm part of the Breitling Select program, and I was going to update you on the Breitling Select program too, but I logged onto my account and it says your subscription is suspended. Well, a while ago I had a credit card stolen, and I think it was the one that I had set up an auto payment. I knew I was going to miss some where I had to give them the correct info. So I called them. They're super easy to deal with. They're sending me some details. I'm going to update the information. And then I will update you on how I am doing with the Breitling Select program, which I have decided not to re-up for 2022. But this is my third and final watch with them. So I'll cover the Breitling Select details in another video. I'm actually a huge fan of the program. I don't have any problem with it. It's just that I decided to buy that guy, so I'm going to take a break from it. We'll see. I don't, as of right now, I don't think I'm going to re-up. That could change. You know, the channel's called Random Rob, right? So I randomly might just say, yeah, I'm going to re-up. We'll see. I got to talk to him. But anyway, let's talk about the Avenger GMT 43mm. So case size on this, 43mm, of course. The lug to lug is pretty long at 51.5mm, but you can see the case is pretty thin at only 12.4mm, and the lug's turned down. So, and you have a lot of brushing here, but you have a lot of that Breitling bling, and it's usually, you know, on the top side with the polished top portions of the lug and the case, and then all of the bezel, except for some brushing there. But it's very jewelry-like, and I really dig that about the Avenger. The lug width here is 22mm. Now, because it's from the Breitling Select program, it comes on this really nice heavy-duty strap. It's fabric on the top and leather yellow on the bottom, which is their corporate color. The bracelet option for this is slightly more money, but totally worth it because it's basically the same style bracelet as what's on my Super Ocean. And they are crazy comfortable. So I would definitely spring for the bracelet model and then just buy. This strap is actually really good too. I don't know how much they charge just for this strap, but you know, if you're buying from an AD, maybe you can get a deal on it or something. I don't know. It would be nice to have both, really, but definitely check out the bracelet option. Breitling Select program, you don't get the bracelet. The crown is a screw down, and it is a 6.5mm crown. This is a 300-meter water depth rating on this watch. So very cool for a thin watch. And yes, it's 43 mil by 51, but it's nice and spread out, which makes it feel even thinner on wrist, and it wears really good. I will show that in a moment. The movement inside here is what they're calling the Breitling 32, and is, from what I understand, it should be an ETA 2893 that is COSC grade. So you can see it even says right on the dial there, chronometer. Pretty much, from my understanding, all of the Breitling lineup is COSC. So that is one very cool thing about them. Plus the fact that a lot of them are jewelry looking, like very cool, unique. You can spot a Breitling from across the room. And the crystals, they use AR coating on the top and bottom, so they're like very, very clear, so you can see the dial very easily. The one thing, I don't know if anybody out there that's watching my channel, if you guys could confirm, short of me just calling Breitling and asking them, and I might do that. But, and I haven't pulled the case back off this. For one, it's not my watch, and I haven't pulled it off that one. For two, it is my watch, and I don't want to pull it off. I would have a professional do it. But I'm curious to know if the modern Breitling, because they use their own caliber identification, like this is the Breitling 32, that gives them the freedom to use a Sellita or an ETA or whatever they want to use. And from what I understand, ETA is not really selling outside of the Swatch group. If anybody can help me out with this information, is Breitling, because they're independent. Well, they're not independent, but they're not part of the Swatch group, but they're not. Are they using the ETA or not? Are they getting the ETA and putting them in here? I hope that's the case, because I prefer the ETA movements. But regardless, maybe somebody can enlighten us and we can find out for sure what the scenario is there. Let's zoom in. I want to show you some finer details of the dial because Breitling does this stuff very good. They do clarity really good. They do quality control at a high level. You can see applied indices all the way around. You have your date at the 3 o'clock. You have your reddish orange GMT hand, and then also tipped seconds hand. And I know the minute hand is blocking the hour hand. Sorry, I'm not going to adjust the time because I already have it set to pair up with that one. But in current configuration, I basically have the GMT as just a 24-hour track. So this is set up for just to indicate if you're in the AM or PM. Now you could adjust. Well, let's just do it. So you unscrew the crown. In the first position, you're going to be able to adjust the date or the GMT hand. So the GMT hand, because it's hopefully the ETA movement, is only going to go forward. So it's not, a true GMT in the sense, but it does have the ability to track 2 time zones. And you have the diver 120 click timing bezel as well. So that's how that works. And then, of course, you can hack the movement and adjust the time as well, which will also rotate that 24-hour hand. So that's how that works. Honestly, if I were going to pick up the Avenger, I would consider maybe even getting the non-GMT version. I don't really have the need for the GMT hand. I mean, it's not a lot more money to have the GMT hand, so whatever your preference is there. But the one thing I really like about this is you have the winged Breitling logo. So does my Super Ocean, whereas some of the newer, I forget what the rule is on whether it gets the winged logo or if it gets the vintage B or something, but I prefer this logo for sure. And I did at one point, I had somebody tell me that was white gold. Again, I don't know. I haven't verified that. I don't think they say it on their website, so it's a possibility that was just hearsay and a rumor. But again, if somebody wants to clarify that, you could. Here's a look at the really nice brushing, if we can focus, in the signed crown. Here's a look at the case back. Love the yellow on the bottom, the corporate color. And if we run this bezel, now what your only traction really is going to be on these rider tabs, which you have 4 of them with a pip up at the top side there, oversized pip, loomed. So in the action on it is really nice, because if you look along the bezel, you have all these screws, which are how the bezel is held onto the case, and also is a way to set the tension on it. Now, I've never messed with those screws, so I don't know what it does if you mess with them, so I just don't mess with them. That's for a watchmaker to mess with. I'm not going to play with those. All right, let's zoom back, and we'll take a look at this on my wrist, and then we'll close out with a loom shot. Retail price on this particular one is $4,200. You can definitely find them cheaper on the gray market, but I prefer authorized dealers, guys, so I will pay that premium, even if it means just a smaller discount and I pay over gray market. I know I'm getting the warranty, the authentic watch, all of that stuff. So here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. I love it. Even on the strap, it works perfect because the strap has a taper to it. They have another buckle option where it's fold over deployant, so instead of a buckle and tang. But I'm fine with this because this is easy to adjust, tighter or looser, or if you want to loan it out or somebody else wants to try it on or something, it gives you that flexibility. So I would definitely want the strap and the bracelet. And I have the option to buy this watch, and if they did it legitimately really cheap for me on the Breitling Select program, because I've given them some money, I would consider picking it up, because I don't wear it a ton, but man, I just really like it with the metal bezel and everything, the way it pops. It just works really good for me. So $4,200 on the strap. It's only $4,500 retail on the bracelet. It's only $300 more for the bracelet, and the bracelet is legit good. Now this one's a 20 mil, so this one's a 22. They won't transfer, but and I will do a comparison video of these two, so that'll be a separate video. And then again, I will update you fully on the Breitling Select program and where I stand, what the offers are. I think it ends in March for me, and then ultimately if I decide to re-up. So we'll cover that. So if you have any questions, maybe chime in down in the comments, because I know a lot of people are curious about it. I know a lot of people are anti-Breitling Select program just because of the cost benefit of it. But in low light, man, I got a little bit of ambient light behind me, and that really pops on that metal. But the loom is great, and it lasts quite a while. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.